The battle for Ukraine's capital now turning critical, with concerns Russian troops could try to take Kyiv at any moment. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressing his people, warning that the night will be, quote, tough, and asking them to, quote, burn down the enemy's tanks and armor with whatever means. Ukrainian authorities have handed out 18,000 weapons to civilians, and men ages 18 to 60 are not allowed to leave the country. Instead, they're being ordered to stay and fight. ABC's Ian Pannell is in Ukraine.
Once again, air raid sirens are ringing out across the capital, Kyiv. Although there's been a lull in the fighting for the last couple of hours, the fears are that the Russians have been resupplying and are ready to mount a real attack inside the city.
The UN says hundreds of thousands of Ukrainians are now on the move, this family making a 30-hour trek to the Polish border.
I want to come back, but I don't know if we're going to come back.
And in Russia, worrying signs that an increasingly isolated President Vladimir Putin is pulling his country into full-blown dictatorship. Facebook is now restricted after the government tried to stop the company's fact-checking of state-owned media content. Late today, the White House announcing the U.S. is joining the European Union in sanctioning Putin and Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov. Meantime, the UN Security Council voting on the U.S. and Albania-led resolution to condemn Russia for invading Ukraine. But the resolution failed after Russia stood alone against the measure and vetoed it. The United Arab Emirates, India, and China all abstained.
History will judge us for our actions or lack thereof. But at a minimum, at the very minimum, the rest of us have an obligation to object.
The U.S. will now take the resolution to the UN General Assembly. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.